your phone go out. Yeah, you gotta keep it.
It's time for the Gettin Outdoors podcast, Town Country United Bank Lake Millers Ferry Weekend Hunting and Fishing Report. A weekly update on water conditions, ramp events, generating schedule, what's biting, and seasonal hunting information with outdoor reporters Joe Allen Dunn, Kevin Sims, and Shane Jones. This weekly hunting and fishing report is brought to you by the good folks at Town Country United Bank in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for over 40 years. Town Country United Bank's highest priority is satisfied customers. Now, here's your weekend Lake Millers Ferry hunting and fishing report.
All right, Big Daddy, here we go.
There he is. Team Bigfoot, baby. Another one on the B&B Silver Shade. Team Bigfoot in the house.
Shane Jones crappie fishing.
Got it.
First one, 2023, smackdown.
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Gettin Outdoors podcast 219, Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report with my outdoor reporters Shane Jones, Joe Allen Dunn, and Kevin is back in the house. We missed you, man.
I did too. I'm glad to be back.
We got a lot to talk about too. You done done a lot of stuff in the last 3 weeks. We got to catch up on all your outdoor activities.
I had a good couple trips.
Hey, I just got through doing a sit down with Huntin Sullivan. They call him the river legend down there in the Delta area. He's got a store down there he opened up about both seasons called River Legend Outfitters, and he is going to be one of our sponsors, and he's going to keep us up what's going on down in the Mobile Delta. They got a big frog tournament coming up June the 10th, and he wanted me to come down there. They start at 7 o'clock and weigh in at 2 a.m. So I told him, I said, well, I'll send Shane or Joe Allen or Kevin down there. I ain't coming down there for no 2 a.m. weigh in. But I really did enjoy sitting down and talking to him. He's a professional alligator guide, and he's got it going on. I love to talk to those young guys that are just young and hungry for the outdoors. And that was Huntin Sullivan on this week's podcast. What about Crappie Cast Live? Who we got on it tomorrow night? Shane?
We got Ryan Dooley coming on out of Missouri. He's a crappie pro out of Missouri. He's going to come in and share some knowledge with us at 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
Hey, Taylor Ward's on here, so we're going to, I'm going to go buy that boat for the price he's got on it, but I want that 150 motor, not that 115 on it.
Yeah, I tried to text him, tell him, hey, buddy, people going to critique all that mess.
Yeah. Yeah, he put 150, but it's 115 on it.
Fine boat. Yeah,
you darn right. That is a fine crappie fishing boat.
Well, people don't understand. You get a boat that's solid and you can walk around on it. That's what you want.
Yeah, Ryan Guns on here. Used to see Ryan where Mark Bolin caught that 18-pound blue cat on one of your jigs yesterday. He said he corrected it. He's corrected it.
Good
All
deal.
right. Boy, we got a lot going on. I guess the biggest event we got going on this weekend is the Roland Cooper State Park Big Crappie Day.
The main thing is this weekend you better be over here scouting around. You're gonna beat me.
That was what Joe Allen said last weekend. And
Well, I want to tell you too, Big Daddy. I've been sitting here and I'm writing my notes for my acceptance speech. So y'all better be ready. And I'm gonna light the cigar up this time.
There you go.
Well, I tell you what, from what I'm hearing, you're gonna have some pretty stiff competition now. I guarantee.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I want. I'm calling. I'm the best of the best there.
Yeah.
You know, fooling fish to get second place people is.
No, I want the best there.
All right, I hear you. Well, the Roland Cooper State Park Big Crappie Day is this Saturday, May the 27th from 6 a.m. to 3 a.m. You can get on the water before 6, but you can't drop a line till 6 o'clock. You can fish off the bank in a boat. No limit to how many people you can have in a boat. Adult tickets are $25. Youth tickets are $15. Guaranteed hourly big fish payouts. Every hour on the hour, they're going to pay $75 first place, $50 second place, $25 third place, and guaranteed overall payout for the biggest fish of the day will be receiving a community neighbor bank check for $500 and a nice trophy. The biggest youth fish of the day will receive a $250 check from Town Country United Bank and a big trophy. Now, the youth can fish in the adult division. If you're 16 and under and want to pay that $25, you can fish in the adult division. But if you fish in the youth division and you catch the biggest fish of the day, you're gonna leave $250 on the table because you're just gonna win $250. It is individual competition, so you can fish as many to the boat. The person that brings the fish to the scale has to catch the fish. And it will be a $5 registration fee if you sign up Saturday morning. So you need to go ahead and get your tickets. Tickets are available at Dunn Sports, Roland Cooper State Park office, Handyman Building Supply, Coast to Coast True Value in downtown Camden, Piggly Wiggly, and McGraw-Webb Chevrolet. So I urge you to go ahead and get your tickets. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, and it's going to be whoever catches the biggest fish that day. Shane Jones, he is. What are y'all calling your team? Team Shane Foot. Big, what y'all calling it?
I don't know. Joe Allen's handling it.
No, it's the Shane Jones fishing team.
Okay, all right. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And
yeah, we're gonna have a blast.
All right. Let's see. Let's go over a few things. There's two things I want to remind everybody because we do have the Alabama Bass Trail 100 coming not this weekend, but next weekend. And the construction is still going on at the four-way stop. If you're coming from Linden, Demopolis, Highway 5, Marion, that way, when you hit the intersection of 28 and 221, you have to take a right. You have to take a right and go down 221 and come up through downtown Camden to get to Roland Cooper State Park or Bridgeport City Landing. Now, when you turn by the post office and you come into Bridgeport or Roland Cooper, that drop-off has dropped off tremendously. So if you see those signs that say slow and bump, you better slow down because that is a hell of a drop-off. And if you go through that 30 miles an hour, you're going to knock everything out of your boat. I guarantee you that. So heads up on that. We are giving away a pair of World Deer Expo tickets tonight. So all you got to do is type, I misprinted when I put it up there. I said WCE40, but World Deer Expo, WDE40 RWCE40 in the comments, you will be eligible to win a pair of tickets to the World Deer Expo. Just type it in the comments right now, WCE40 or WDE40. And at the end of the show, I will pick a winner and I will announce it Friday morning who wins the pair of tickets to the World Deer Expo in July. Let's see. Oh, I do want to mention this too. And Joe Allen got contacted by Mr. Scott Dees with the Coastal Alabama Community College, and they have got a program going on. It's called Marine Industry Technology. And it says, if you love being on the water, consider a career in marine industry technology. And it gives a list of everything. It teaches basic electricity, marine engines and drives, marine rigging and trailers, service operation, customer service, fuel and lubrication system, marine engines and outdoor drives, and marine engines and inboard drives. And it also teaches you how to install electronics and stuff like that. So this is boy, if I was a young man, this is in Thomasville, Alabama. I don't know when the classes are going to be, but I got all the information on my Facebook page, and it is Coastal Alabama Community College in Thomasville, right, Joe Allen?
No. Actually, they're not offering that class in the Thomasville facility yet. I think they have it in the Bay Minette or down around Mobile that way. Bay Minette somewhere, their place down their facility down there.
All right, they got
they get enough interest in it, they're gonna try to start it here in other colleges too. And like you said, that is something. I mean, if I was a young guy taking other stuff, I would take that too, because you can work another job, and if you got skills in that, you can have a sideline business and get all the work you want, because everybody's got a boat.
Yeah. I guarantee you, it's a heck of an industry to get into right now, and even if it's in Bay Minette, they got colleges all over South Alabama. So
well, I mean, at CT Ward's, he's been begging Huntin to Tech, to come in and help. He needs one to help do some basic stuff, and I know Taylor was looking a while back, said, man, I need just somebody to help do some of my minor stuff, that I can't get to.
Yeah, like just servicing the motors and stuff.
That's right. That. Just change the oil and foot grease in one,
Well, it is a huge opportunity, and I'm gonna get up with Scott, and we're gonna record a podcast about it. I'm sorry, I thought it was in Thomasville, but we'll get all that information. And I don't know when the dates are when they're off. I reckon it's next fall when they're gonna offer it. I reckon, isn't it, Joel?
I assume, yeah.
All right, but anyway, we'll have all that information.
The main thing, just get up with him. His contacts, and he can point him in the right direction.
That's right. All right. If y'all want a chance to win a pair of tickets to the World Deer Expo, I think they're $15 a piece. Type in the comments WCE40 or WDE40 in the comments, and I will pick a winner after the show tonight and let you know who won it. ABT 100, like I said, will be here next weekend. Kevin, they were practicing Sunday. I saw 2 or 3 wrap boats out there. They 100 teams fishing for $100,000, and Trey and Leon are fishing in it, and I sure hope they win it.
Me too.
That's gonna be big there now. Woo.
All right, you heard us talking about CT Ward, y'all. That road blocking really hurt him. I mean, it's no through traffic there anymore, but everybody has to turn off before they get there. He has got so many boats. He's got the biggest inventory of boat probably than any dealer I know in the Southeast, and he needs to move them. He's got some side-by-side. He has volunteered. We're going to use those AOD side-by-sides to ferry the fishermen from the ramp to the parking lot at the EBT 100. Me and Frank McGraw and Rusty Godbowl are going to be the drivers. Now that's a trio, ain't it?
Now you gonna let Rusty drive?
Yeah, old Rusty does a good job.
Oh.
Kay Dawson she would not come here if it wasn't for Rusty Godbold. I can tell you that.
Oh goodness.
And he's also, I think he told me he's got 20 of those Hustler zero-turn lawnmowers out there that he needs to get rid of. And he's got some utility trailers to haul them home on. So y'all go by there. Make a point to go by there. Just go out for an afternoon ride and ride by there, because you ain't going to get there unless you're going there now, because they got the road blocked. And I do want to mention that they did have a sighting, and he sent me a picture of a black bear in right there in Burnsville, I believe it was, in Dallas County, day before yesterday. So them bears are roaming right now. So be on the lookout. All right. Anything else we need to mention before we get into the hunting and fishing report?
Uh-uh.
All right, here we go. This is your Town Country United Bank hunting and fishing report for the weekend of May the 26th through May the 28th, 2023. We'll start off with the catfish. I got a picture from old John Diamond. Him and Deborah have some good catfish. I don't know where they fishing down there around Chase, Florida. Old David Smith, he's getting ready for that jugging contest, buddy. He tore him up yesterday. Of course, we talked about Mark Bolden catching that 18-pound blue cat on a Team Fishmaster jig. I ain't heard much from Big Bama Bryant Taylor. He's just kind of fell off the map since he done fell in love. But maybe he'll give us a report one day. But what about catfish, Joe Adam? Me and Shane went up the river. Sunday was a week ago, and it was noodles everywhere. Those 30-foot noodles are in play on the river, ain't they?
Yes, it's definitely. I mean, it's been real good for that for the last 2 or 3 weeks, because the water's never really stopped, but it's not a lot of current, but it's just enough current to work them good. And the river's going to be key right now. And because I know Travis has been going, but he's been going below the dam because they've still had a few floodgates open, and he's been catching all the big fish you want doing that. And same thing up above. As long as they got that river going just like they do, just steady and slow, man, I'd be in the river. I have all my jugs in the river now.
Well, we got the jugging contest coming up June the 17th, and I saw the reigning champions today at Lofton's Bait Shop, and they are doing some kind of practicing, and they ain't thumping their chest like I know some people are. They just out there catching fish. Well,
that's going. Their game's going to be in play too. I know they know what to do too. So.
Tight line fishing too. I mean, I was at I rode down to the state park yesterday to look at that fish cleaning shed. I'm fixing to build me a little fish cleaning shed at my house, and I went and looked at the one at the state park. And while I was there, it was two couples came in, and they had one of them big coolers like yours, Shane, full of them little old bitty fish. What do you call them?
Little eaters. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. And they were fitting to skin them up, and they caught them on limb lines and trot lines.
Big Daddy catches so many fish, he's gonna build a fish skinning station. Yeah. That's a good thing.
Well, I got a place out here at the Woodyard to clean them, but now that Jimmy Lawler's getting into it, and he's keeping his boat at my house, I just figure we just fix us up a place right there to clean.
And them 15, 20 every now and then they start adding up. No.
Well, I cleaned 32. Sunday morning. So
that's what I'm saying.
I told Mike Letkins this afternoon, I ain't like him and you. I don't want to catch 30 fish. Hell, I just want to catch 8 or 10. That's all I want to catch.
But now, when you build that fish cleaning station, I want you to add on to it. And as you clean them, we'll have a cooking pavilion right over here next to it. And as you clean them, throw it to me, and I'll throw it straight in the grease.
Well, I ain't into that cooking like y'all are. I can tell you, when Shane stays at my house, he might get a banana, an apple, and a pack of cheese. That's about all. That's all he's gonna get at my house.
That's shameful. You see what kind of spread I had this last weekend.
Yeah, I know it. That's why I go to your house. That's why we go to your house.
That's why we went down there.
That's right. All right, I see old Rick Pipkins on here. Did he cook some hot chicken this weekend or what?
Hey,
That was my fault. I
didn't
didn't think that Tabasco soaking in pure Tabasco was gonna make it that hot, but it did warm it up.
Chicken will take the season.
Hey, I was starving for fishing all day, and I took me a big old chunk, and I looked at Travis. I said, "Whoa!" I said,
Hey, Kevin, Miss Dottie's on here, Kevin.
Hey, Mama, how you doing?
Oh goodness!
All right, catfishing, tight lining, jugging, limb lines. I don't reckon limb lines in play because that water is steady right now. They running the Millers Ferry powerhouse from midnight to midnight, 3 units. I don't know if they got any floodgates open or not. Do y'all know?
I would think they got a few open by the looks of the way it's running.
Yeah, Jones
We
Bluff.
made a good drop. They either closed all of them or either most of them. They made a big old drop.
Midnight to midnight at Jones Bluff with 4 units. The temperature in the river and the sloughs is between 74 and 78. Now, it was getting up in the 80s and low 80s, but this cool snap and this rain's done cooled it back down.
Yep. It was nice.
All right, bass fishing. Jesse and Fisher went bass fishing the other day and caught some nice ones, Joe Allen. I reckon they were with their daddy.
Oh, yeah. They was out there fiddling around in the boat. All had been working on all my electronics are so out of dated. They was finally just some of them quit on me. Thank goodness Big Daddy had a unit he sold me cheap. So I'm gonna cripple along a little bit more with I got his unit and another unit, and I'll make it now. But yeah, they was fishing. I think he caught a bunch of little bass.
Yeah, it looked like they was having a good time. All right, the Extreme Bass Challenge West Alabama Team Trail announced their 2024 dates this week, and they had that tournament last weekend at Roland Cooper State Park, and Corey and his brother, golly,
Great.
Gray. Yeah, Corey and Gray had 1961. Second place was 1767. Third place was 1674. Also, Maddie announced she's going to have a 100 boat tournament next year. She made that announcement also, along with her Bridgeport team trail. So they're already starting to pile up on the calendar next year at Bridgeport City Landing. And Kevin, I want to hear about, you went to the weigh-in at the Elite Series at Lake. Cole did pretty darn good. He finished 19th. Talk about that experience at Lake at that weigh-in.
Well, we got up there, and they had it all set up, had the vendors, probably 12, 15 vendors, had a little funnel into the stage, and, it's kind of different than you see on TV because TV kind of, but it was the same, Mercer was up there, talking all his mess, and, right there behind you it was like what really goes on at an elite tournament. And I walked around behind there and walked down the pier, and it was really too crowded. People wanting to see these guys coming in, all their children, their heroes. They pull up in a tournament just like we do. They get in there, they stacking their fish, and every one of them will stop just a second, pose for a picture, just a second, hold one up for a picture, just as courteous as you ever seen. And it was 50 boats Saturday weighed in. That was top 50, through the first elimination. They come up the hill, and they dump their back fish in a thing. They look at them, the forest, make sure everything's 5 alive, all the right length, roll them up and go over and set them in a cooler, and they all sit around there and they all talking just no different than they just regular. They regular people. They just better fish than most, and
it's just organized, and it is a big business, a big business.
Really, really efficient. I watched the weigh in till maybe it might have been 8 of them left, 6 of them left, like that, and Jamie had done got hot, Carolina got hot. we standing in a black asphalt parking lot. I'm talking about it done got hot. I'm talking about like you couldn't look down. It was like the heat coming off of the asphalt. You know, it was hot right there where they decided to sit up at. But Cole had done got to his boat. We got over and got to talk to Cole a little bit before he left, and he was like excited to see somebody you knew, because Cole's, this is his first year, and that, he ain't like buddy with all these guys yet, so he's kind of like hanging out on his own, and he was sitting there packing his stuff up, get ready to go home, and they go. I think they start Thursday, I believe. I think it's either this Thursday or next Thursday. They got to go to the Sabine River. And it's going to be a tough grind. I mean, they talking like 8-10 pounds a day to get you in the cut. There's going to be little fish, it's tidal water. It ought to be interesting fishing.
Well, I'm glad you got to go, and I know he was glad to see y'all there. Now, something else I want to hear about, and I had to hear this on the grapevine from Travis, because Travis said you and Don Lauderdale got way up the river and didn't have no ice water or no adult beverages or anything. Y'all flagged him down to get a cold beer. He was up there.
We did. We had done about. We did. We started out with 4 hot waters, but now they didn't last long. It done got hot. We put in up there at Portland and fished in White Oak Creek up there. I hadn't been up there in about 15 years, but now. It was beautiful, and I think we caught 4 or 5 that morning, and then we had a long lull, went out in the river, and we ended up catching 4 more out in the river. But we'd have 8 fish, but now we didn't probably get about 10, 12 bites all day, But we had a good mess of fish, because we didn't have nothing big. I think the biggest one was about 2 3/4, 3 pounds, But we had a good mess of fish, and me and Denise really enjoyed them about Saturday evening.
You sent me some pictures of them. Y'all had a spread out like we did at Joella. All right, if they coming bass fishing this weekend, Kevin, I don't know of any tournaments this weekend on Millers Ferry, but the crappie tournament, and then of course next week the ABT 100 guys will be here. What's the pattern on Millers Ferry for bass now? Well,
if the color of the water, I think, hurt us a little bit in the river Saturday up because it was coming. I mean, like, it looked different up there than it did down here. And because we went to Cedar Creek, and Cedar Creek was pretty dirty. In between Cedar Creek and down the river, it was dirty. But on our end right now, if it don't get too much color, the wood on the riverbank and any kind of mat, a little bit of hyacinth, a little bit of twigs, anything matted up, it's going to be good. Whether you can swim, jig them, spinnerbait them, flip it, whatever you're going to do, it's going to be semi-shad spawnish. You're going to have to get on them, like that, and then you're going to have this, May is terrible. I hate May. But, they're going to be a big old lull middle of the day, and then they're going to do it again sometime, But that if it's a shad spawn, I've been trying to read up on this. Most of it happens at night. So if you get your little short hit in the morning, if it's not cloudy, it's over. Well, them fish are all gorge full. So that's why you have that lull in the middle of the day in May. It's real hard to find them, and then they start back in the afternoon when you get to your secondary feed. And but I think that if we don't have too much color, it'll be a better fishing weekend next weekend, more stable. If we don't have that color, that because the guys, Gray and them, supposedly now, fishermen talk. They said they didn't get very many bites. They said they did not have any of the 5 they said at 11 o'clock. They weighed, all of them fish came after 11 o'clock, and they didn't catch very many more than what they weighed in. So we're getting that time of year. The fish are transition. You got fish postponed. You got the ones fresh postponed. You got fish this long postponed. I mean, they just scattered. That May is terrible. I hate May.
Well, we noticed that sitting on the porch, what you talk about the water change Saturday, because that water got at the house Saturday evening while we was out there cooking up.
See the color change?
Yeah, and it got wide open. I mean, they must have opened another gate, and it looked like it was high water all of a sudden. Real quick, we noticed trash in the river, and it was just flowing Saturday evening.
We would see a different color, but White Oak Creek had like half of White Oak was like green as a gourd, and half of it had a little chalky look to it, but it was still green chalk, And then we got out in the river and we fished a little bit. Then we got up there and fished some soapstone banks, and they were okay, but it was just swift. we got to Cedar Creek. It was a good bit. It wasn't clouds of mud coming out. There's a lot of color coming out of Cedar Creek. And I didn't go up and look at Cahaba, but I know Cahaba is gonna dump mud and probably Bogachita too. You know, Pine Barrens always, you know, you can go up there and pee off the bridge on 41 and muddy it up. You know.
Well, bass fishing should be good. I'm hearing a lot of good stories on
I
bass.
think next week, I think the fish will be more into a stable, manageable pattern that you can kind of set up on something and move from place to place. You know, I mean, we caught a fish on a Carolina rig, we caught a fish on a swim jig, we caught a fish on a spinnerbait, we caught a fish on a deep running crankbait, we caught a fish on a shallow running crankbait, and caught a fish on a shaky head. I mean, like, and never caught two on the same thing. You know,
Okay.
Because Travis kept saying, "What the hell y'all doing?" Because I think I brought 8 rods, and Don had 6 or 8 on the deck, and 2 or 3 more under the thing, and we in a 17-foot boat. It looked like a you know, poured a set of pixie sticks out on the deck. Damn rods everywhere.
Well, all right, let's talk about crappie fishing. Did y'all see the picture G Office sent me? He took his daughter Lizzie crappie fishing, and she was holding up about 1.5 pounds crappie, and I think that tipped him over the edge. He's finna have to invest in a live scope now. And he's fussing about he ain't got no money. You know, he works in the bank. He can loan himself money at any interest rate he wants to loan himself the money. So I told him to go ahead and get Taylor to get him one put on his boat. All right, crappie fishing. Me and Shane went this weekend. I think Joe Allen said he went. Didn't you go, Joe Allen?
Oh yeah, I went.
Well, me and Shane went. I cleaned 32 Monday morning, and Brandon Threadgill had a good day. And but Shane, give us a report. Now you was on Millers Ferry Saturday, and Demopolis, and y'all tried to clean Demopolis out Sunday.
Hey, Sunday it was. Demopolis is unbelievable. That's the number of fish. It does it every year though. You know, I always tell people this is my time of year to catch crappie, and they kind of look at you funny when May hits. I had 2 guys. I was on a guide trip, and this is a God's honest truth. They caught over 150 fish. I promise you they did. I couldn't keep up. I was clicking. I cleaned, 80 something. We didn't have over 90 because I was trying to keep up with it on my clicker. But we caught 30 fish out of a brush pile and here and there. Just nothing big. We caught several good fish, but a bunch of eaters. But Millers Ferry, we had to move around. I don't know how many me and William kept. I had a trip Saturday, and I don't know, we had 25, 30, I don't know, somewhere around in there. But we caught some nice fish, and we had a good time, but they were scattered. You know, not the fish aren't scattered. You just got to cover so much water to catch so many hot fish. That's the key. You got to cover some water. People make a mistake of catching 2 fish and staying there for 30, 40 minutes, and you can't do that this time of year. You got to move.
Well, I can tell you this, and y'all heard us talking about Travis Powell. He went out there 2 weeks ago and put some stake beds in, and I went and checked them Sunday, and the stake beds that he put out, and you can tell he didn't really know what he was doing, but he did a pretty good job right there.
That's perfect right there. They spread out, they together. That's all. Hey, them fish don't care.
And that's a darn good fish. It was 2 or 3 more on them, but that's the only one I could make bite that Reuben Flores jig. But I tell you what, I got him fired up now. Joe, he said he needs some more sticks.
Yeah, I got another load of steaks coming.
All right, good deal, good deal. All right, this weekend, Roland Cooper State Park. It's going to take just one fish, Shane. What's your strategy this weekend?
Oh man, I'm gonna go where I'm gonna go before daylight because the rules say you can't pick up a rod till 6 o'clock. So I'm
lying in the water at 6 o'clock.
I'm gonna get Joe Allen loaded up and get up there where we're gonna go, and we're gonna cover some water and try to catch a couple big fish. So they're there. You just gotta, hopefully they're set up in the same places every year. People know that, but that's what I'm planning on doing. Just being where I'm gonna fish before daylight. When daylight cracks, sit there and get my stuff together. And when 6 o'clock hits, I'm gonna be chunking.
Now you can start fishing at 6 o'clock. First weigh-ins at 9 o'clock, and this is my strategy. You're paying a $25 ticket. You got 6 weigh-ins to weigh in a big fish. So I would catch me 2 big fish before 9 o'clock, and I would go at 10 minutes to 9 and weigh one in the 9 o'clock hour, let the 9 o'clock hour get over with, then weigh another fish in for the 10 o'clock hour, then go back out there and do the same thing at 11 o'clock. And that way you just about going to win one, at least the third place big fish, and win you $25, get your entry fee back.
Right.
Anyway.
You'll be blessed to catch, you catch a couple fish, pound and 3/4, 2 pounds. That's a good fish. That's a good fish any time of year. But
Yeah.
I would say, probably a little over 2 pounds may win it. But I'll take some pound and 3/4 fish all day long.
Yeah, me too. A pound and 3/4, get your money back, I guarantee you.
Yeah, well,
Hey, Joshua Prim wants to know what's the best thing to use to make cover for crappie that you can drop off the side of a dock in 30 feet of water.
30 feet of water. I'll tell you what, Josh, if I was going to put something in 30 foot of water, I'd get me some help and I'd put something out there and put a laundry detergent jug or 2-liter bottle, and I'd stand that thing up half the depth of that water. So it needs to be 10, 12 foot tall. That way those fish can move up and down with that thing in 30 foot of water. I'd get me some help and I'd sink me a sure enough brush top right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That way, like I was saying, tie your jug to it, get that thing either standing up or, at least 45-degree angle. But I'd get me one, 12, 15 foot tall if I could get away with it.
I don't know what happened to Joe Allen and Kevin. They got knocked out, but
they sure did.
I wanted to hear some rodeo stuff, but I hope maybe they'll come back on here in a minute. But anyway, somebody asked a while ago where the tickets are on sale for the Roland Cooper tournament. They're on sale at Roland Cooper State Park office, McGraw-Webb Chevrolet, Handyman, Coast to Coast True Value in downtown Camden, Wilcox Farm and Huntin Supply and the Piggly Wiggly and Dunn Sports. Now, Joe Allen's coming over here Friday morning. So if you're going to get them from Joe Allen, you better get them Thursday because he won't have any Friday. So, and you will be able to buy them Saturday morning at Roland Cooper State Park, but you're going to have to pay a $5 late fee. So there'll be $30 and $20 Saturday morning if you wait till then to get them. I hadn't talked to Scott Mitchell. Have you talked to him? He
told me he wasn't going to get to come down there much this week, but he's planning on being there. So
if he wants me to get him some tickets before he comes, I need to reach out to him.
I'm last I talked to him, he said he was coming. I know he caught a big fish down there by his house not long ago. Mm-hmm. So he's been off, but he said he was going to be there. There's going to be a lot of good fishermen. It's going to be fun. To weigh in, we'll be able to talk. And, I tell people, when you got a big fish tournament, you got as good a chance as anybody. I don't care if you got a live scope, ain't got nothing.
It don't matter.
If it's your time to catch a big fish, it's going to be your time. So,
I've been doing this now since 1987. I've done a lot of these. I invented this hourly fishing tournament just because nobody wanted to compete against the professionals, But this gives everybody a chance. If you're sitting on your dock, on your backyard, you got just as much chance catching that 2-pound fish as you guys with the live scopes targeting them big fish.
That's right. I'm gonna be coming from water, and I want people to catch fish, and I'll give a little secret away. Y'all see that little bait right there? Big Daddy knows what that is.
And you better be bringing me some this weekend.
That is a blue and little monkey milk. And let me tell you, they've been chewing on that thing.
Yeah.
That's 1.5 inches from Lemon's tackle. And they've been eating it, I promise you.
Anything with a tin of blue on it's good in Millers Ferry.
It's just got a little bit of blue to it. I mean, y'all can see the bag right there. It's not a lot of blue, but they're tough baits.
I guarantee you. And you bring me mine this weekend.
Yeah, I got a
pond. All right, dude. The only other thing I got is pond fishing. I saw Owen Rouse sent me a picture. He's doing a little pond management up in Dallas County. Bibb County Lake's on fire, Shane.
I seen where they catching all them brim and big old bass, and that's a good opportunity for people that can go rent a boat and they don't have a boat or can bank fish. They got it set up pretty well for you to bank fish up there. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. And once again, the Roland Cooper State Park Big Crappie Day is this weekend. Hourly payouts every hour, on the hour, 75, 50, $25. Community Neighbor Bank Big Fish going to be worth $500. Youth Big Fish, $250. Sponsored by Town Country United Bank. It's going to be a great, great event. Tickets, once again, are available at Roland Cooper State Park, Handyman Building Supply, Wilcox Farm Hunting Supply, Coast to Coast True Value, Dunn Sports, Piggly Wiggly, and so be sure to get your tickets before Saturday morning. I'm looking forward to it, Shane. And me and you are gonna fish it. And I just
That's
hope
right.
I get my money back. I just hope I get my
I'm
money
gonna
back.
have fun. Like I said, I have fun out there. And y'all see me, say hey, talk to me. Y'all come by me. Hey, I'm having fun. It's not.
Yeah.
It's serious, but it ain't that serious. So y'all welcome to come by and talk to me, and especially in the weigh-in, I'll be there. So.
Well, you guys fishing them big tournaments, y'all used to paying $200-300 entry fee. This is just $25 entry fee.
Oh yeah.
And if you don't get your money back, it's something bad wrong. They're giving away a lot of money, a lot of prizes.
That's right.
And it's just going to be a good time. Now, I did mention you can weigh one fish an hour in, and you can win the hourly weigh-ins with one fish. At the end of the day, though, they're giving away the top 10 places. You can only place once in the top 10. So if you win 2 hourly prizes, one with a 2-pound fish, one with a 1.5-pound fish, that only the 2-pound fish is going to count in the top 10. So,
Gotcha.
And you only bring one fish in an hour. Last year we had some people that were bringing in 2 or 3. They are not going to weigh your fish for you. You don't bring 2 fish in and say, will you weigh these to see which one of the heaviest? You have got to make that decision yourself, because the weighmaster, Ronnie Cloud, he ain't got time to be weighing fish for you.
Well, they can build them a balance beam. It's not hard to build.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But like I said, if y'all say me, you need it weighed, I got a scale, so I don't mind.
All right, Mark Boulder's making a bold prediction. He said the winning weight will be 219, Shane.
That's pretty good fish right there this time of year. That's a big fish.
I know where 264 is. All I got to do is put that damn jig in front of his face.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I know a general area where they are, and hey, I'm gonna give it all I got. So.
All right. Well, we look forward to it. I'll be putting the results up on my Facebook page so y'all can keep up with it. And of course, that's this Saturday. Only other thing, Shane, tomorrow night, Thursday night, every Thursday night on Shane Jones Fishing Facebook, Shane Jones Fishing YouTube, Crappie Cast. What y'all going to be talking about tomorrow night?
We're actually going to be talking about downsizing baits, like this 1.5-inch bait. We're going to be talking about summer patterns, finding crappie this time of year, how to make them react, how to make them bite, how to move on after you caught a couple hot fish, and not sit there and waste your time. Just go to the next brush pile. We'll talk about live scope fishing. We'll talk about non-live scope fishing. I believe it or not, Sunday I knew the fish were there, and I spotlight my boat, and we sat there and caught 30 fish just casting at them. I mean, I didn't have to watch the fish hit my jig. Once you reassure they're in that top, you can go to fishing. So we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. You got any questions, y'all come on, and we're going to try to get them answered.
Okay. Shane Jones Fishing, Crappie Cast Live, Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Y'all tune in. Shane, thank you. I'll see you this weekend.
Yes,
Thanks,
sir.
everybody, for tuning in. Everybody have a great Memorial Day weekend. Remember what the weekend's for. It's for all of those guys that made the ultimate sacrifice so we could do what we do in these great outdoors. See y'all next week.
Pap taught me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no stick. I thank Daddy for my savvy, how to hunt and how to carry anything that I might need to get a piece of skillet meat. How to walk and how to hide, how to crawl and how to slide, how to sneak, stalk and climb and do it all on 2 light feet.